EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and themselves. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Up past the 30, second down coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Prescott now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The surprising... opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Prescott looks to throw on first. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Prescott. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what...
Touchdown, Cowboys! Noah Brown. 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. To the air again, Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now here's Pollard. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. 2nd down and goal. Prescott. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Room it. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Prescott. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Prescott. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming up that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost him.
Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. From the 25 on 2nd down, Prescott. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on fourth down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
That gain on third down, good for 28. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Second and 9.
Here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right.
They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Prescott on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 18 more yards there and another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A first down carry by Elliott. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down at 4, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 42 yards out. Marr able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Final play of the half. Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Prescott from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. This is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Prescott down.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Prescott to throw it. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And the lead will stay put at 17. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again. Prescott.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Well timed. I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the option, here's Elliott.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.